Oh, you're a Levite.
Yeah, this is what they got there. Yeah, everything is him. We come here to help the people. What you can do, we need to help them. That's it.
What gave you a love for this age? I mean, it's obvious. These kids come to you like 12 years old, 13 years old. They've been on the streets. They're fighting. They're in jail. They're on drugs.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could just be, you know, you have 5 children. You're married to a beautiful woman. You have a very successful business. You could just like forget about all that. Like, what drives you to do that? You become the father to the fatherless.
I grew up and see all this in my house.
Really?
And my mother and my father. What you see here, like this I grew up. And you understand, you see the people, you see the children on the street, you see everything. You understand you need to do something, but not everybody can do something, you know.
So you grew up in a stable home with loving parents.
Yeah.
And witnessing your family like loving on people.
Yeah.
And so they taught you to see the kids that are on the street and to help?
You don't need to tell me nothing. It's better if you help somebody else than you can help your family.
So I came here when I was 14. My parents are ultra religious. We didn't like get each other. So I had to leave my house. I came here. My other brother, like another guy that knew me through a family, was here. He left. He went to a different job like a month ago. He was here also for 11 years.
Wow.
So he told me about this place. I got here, started to get the like real life stuff. Work, have to wake up in the morning, clean up the bathrooms. I got like self esteem. I got self discipline. Basically, this place gave me like, you know, out there's more than 60 or 70 guys that were here since like all the past that I'm here, and they're all like, they all come, and they come from jail, from drug problems, problems with the house, and Leo just comes to them, and you come in, and he doesn't let you play around. He right away says, okay, it's for the first day and the first night. Sometimes it's still fine, you know, the first night, and then the morning after, he's like, okay, 6 o'clock in the morning, you're up. I'll give you a few missions, you have to finish them. Like, it doesn't give you time to play around.
Right.
And then he faces you with real life, and then that helps you to not to like be a little. It makes you think and understand that you could cry all day and stay nothing, or start facing it with life and start moving and doing stuff.
Wow.
So that's the biggest, deepest thing he did for me.
He didn't let you just cry in all of your
no crying,
past.
no nothing. There's a situation.
And be a victim.
Exactly. There's a situation. Okay, you didn't get along with no matter what. It doesn't matter what happened. You did drugs. Right. Doesn't matter what happened to you. You have one choice. You have or to get out of it and become better, or to get out of it and become better. You can't stay and cry and complain, because it just doesn't work. It doesn't work like that here.
Where do you think you would have been had you did not come here all those years ago?
So I have, I grew up in Jerusalem, in Har Nof, if you heard about the place. And we were like a group of 7, 8 guys. They're all doing drugs and sitting and drinking alcohol. Like, we used to wake up in the morning and say, okay, how long, we're gonna get the money to get high today, and then what, you know, that was our.
And how old were you when you started doing drugs?
14.
Wow.
15, yeah.
Wow.
And so a lot of my friends still, right now, they're 21. They didn't go to the army, and they just wake up in the morning, and their mindset is still, okay, how I'm gonna get $20. I'm saying it in bucks. And I'll get my MD or my grass or hash, or that's the good stuff.
What do you love most about this place?
Place, the mans, the people here.
Really? Tell me why. What do you love about the people here?
And they like my family. When I will, sometimes I go to sleep here, when we have a lot of people in the morning, I go off to trip with them. They are men, very nice. I love to be here.
And you've talked to your parents?
Yeah.
How's your relationship with them now?
And they are happy that I go here, and I happy to be here. And they not tell me not to go, not this.
Have they come to visit you?
Yeah.
Yeah? When was the last time you saw them?
Saw them last week.
Last week. That's good. Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
How many?
I have 6.
6?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's a lot. Do they also come
Yeah.
to visit? That's great. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. So we're here in Israel, and I'm a little bit disturbed inside of myself because this culture seems to know and to understand some things that we back in the United States or even Canada or what I've seen throughout Europe, we just don't have an understanding of the Bible in this way. And so here is a Levite who just understands that it's his mandate to take on these kids that are on the street, 300 of them. That's like crazy to me that somebody is willing to risk his business and to pour his life into other people's lives. And yet we have 300 million people in the United States of America. We have countries all over Europe. So many of us are just selfish with building our own wealth. We're selfish with building our own reputations. We're selfish with building our own businesses and not thinking about those that are around us that need help. We all see people on the streets. We all see kids who are in need, and somehow we wait for somebody else to do it. And yet here is a man, I mean, he's 40 years old, and he's been doing this for years. Come on, we met someone who's been here for 12 years. So look at this. I mean, imagine you're a father of 5. You have a business that you have employees. Those employees are dependent on you. Your wife and your 5 kids are dependent on you. And yet he sees the need and he just reaches out. And this isn't somebody who's like, oh, you know, no, he's like former military. He's a strong, healthy, masculine man. He's the head of his household. He's the head of a business that he's been building the entire time that he's been building this mission. For, again, it's like longer than 12 years. We just talked to one of these kids that 12 years ago that he met. So when I look at this, I see the difference in these two cultures. And yet there are some similarities, because as we talk to these young men, what did we see? That the religious constraints that just completely like pressed the life out of these kids and caused them to rebel against a structure that was not life-giving, that did not produce love in the home nor understanding, but instead that parents can cling harder to their religious rules than they can to connecting and understanding or even explaining why things are the way they are. And so here's what I'm going to say. You heard a message recently about the Levite and about us restoring back to the Levite the inheritance. And that is a biblical mandate. And so when we find a Levite that has that desire that, hey, I see a need and I want to help, then we can actually do something. We can come together and we can help. So I know, okay, you're saying, okay, well, Dani, that's here in Israel. Yeah, you're right. Because there's kids who need it. And look at, this is the thing that's most profound to me, is that he is mentoring boys that will soon be fathers, men, husbands. What if this man did not step into their lives to what? Teach them from everyday things like, hey, it's 7 o'clock. It's time to be out of bed. It's time to get to work. It's time to do hard labor. It's time to learn how to really live in today's life. And so if you don't have somebody near you now that is doing something like that, here's somebody right here, right now. And so you can help right this very minute by going to kingsransom.org. Right on the homepage, it says, you'll see a little circle that says Israel, that shows every country that King's Ransom is serving in. It says where we serve. Scroll to that place, click on Israel, and do what you can, because we can actually help these kids that are here become the men and the fathers that they were designed and destined to be. And if we don't do something to help, then we have another fatherless generation. You heard the story where each of them said, I would be a drunk, I would either be dead, I would be in and out of jail, but today I'm a husband and a father because of the work and the help that this man did. Come on, you have the chance to make a difference. And I don't know if you understand how important it is to help Israel. And I don't know if you understand the biblical mandate that we have, that we need to stop robbing the Levite and we need to start sowing, giving back the inheritance back to them, because the Levite is supposed to take the money that they receive and help those kids. They're supposed to help the widow, the poor, the orphan, the trafficked. And that's exactly what we're seeing right here on the ground, which I think is so profound. So you can do that right now. And or go and help somebody in your own neighborhood. You might see a kid and you might be like, man, you know, I don't want to take that on. That's just too much work. It's too much responsibility. I got too many things going on. I got my dreams to follow. Really? Really? Is your idea a God idea, or is it your idea? Are you done failing in your ideas? Maybe it's time you add purpose to your money. You add purpose to your life by having your life line up with your Father in heaven. And that is that if we are blessed, we're supposed to be a blessing to other people. So you can go to kingsransom.org right this minute and you can make a difference right here in the land of Israel, right here in the Holy Land, with these people that were set apart by God. And we can make a difference in each and every one of their lives if you choose right this minute to give what you can. $1, $2, $10, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. You can make a difference right here in the land of Israel as we are feeding orphans. We're taking care of the elderly. We're taking care of widows. We're taking care of boys that are on the street, girls that are on the street, bringing them off the street. We are doing a mission right here, and you can be a part of it. So go to kingsransom.org right now. Find where it says Israel, where we serve, and you'll see the nation of Israel. Give right now, and you can make a difference in restoring the inheritance back to the Levites, and restoring the inheritance back to the poor, back to the widow, back to the children that have been forsaken by their parents and or their parents are dead. You can make a difference right this minute. So click there, give what you can, or give all that you can. Thanks so much for being here. God bless.